welcome back to the podcast. My name is
Hello.
Blairlex, and welcome back to the Sickcast. I am here with my friend Sicko.
Sicksky, get it right.
Oh, Sicksky, yes, and I'm
And Sicklex.
Sicklex. I'm Blair Ill.
Blair Ill. I like that.
And yeah, dude, today on the podcast, dude, what are we going to talk about, dude? We haven't really
Being
planned
sick.
it too much. Being sick.
Because
Yeah,
we're
we're-
both sick, which
It's-
is great. You know,
it's
it's the classic wintertime illness that everyone gets. And I've been feeling it rough the last few days.
Yeah, dude,
I've
I'm
just
not
been-
gonna lie. Just the sickness recently, I don't know, it's hit me more and more recently than it ever has ever since I was younger. And now I want to, like, die. Like,
I've been not as bad as like I've ever been last few days. I've been pretty rough, like headache, sore throat, voice is going a bit weird every now and then. But other than that, it's not too bad. I've been surviving. I went to work with it and everything. It wasn't like the type of like, I'm paralyzed in bed, I cannot get out, I'm staying here. It's not been that bad. So
oh, jeez.
I'm pretty good for now.
Yeah, as long as we can get the podcast done, because this is the real work. This is the real big boy work that we need to get done, right? Like of people don't have one episode of the podcast every week on Tuesday. What are they gonna do?
What will we do?
What will we do?
But speaking of illnesses,
Mm-hmm.
have you ever had that you would like to talk about, like an illness that has just destroyed you? Because I've had a few
Oh,
that I could talk about. Because I think it was last year I had the worst illness I've experienced for a long time,
really?
and yeah, I don't even know what caused it. It was just like headache, entire body was aching. But the worst thing about it was any form of motion would make me throw up.
Oh,
So
no,
even if I
that's-
sat
that's-
up, I'd throw up. Even if I like rolled over a bit too fast, it was awful. Like
dude, that's just straight up man flu.
I was
You
out
have
of
man
commission.
flu
I was
right
out
there.
of commission for about 2 weeks.
Dude,
Oh.
I don't know. You
Awful.
see, the thing is though, like I never got chicken pox when I was younger.
All right.
So I remember when I was about like 16, and like I got, I don't know, I don't think they were chicken pox, but they were basically chicken pox.
Well,
And
they
I
get
remember-
worse the older you get, don't they?
They do actually.
what I've heard.
I think. I don't
From
know.
what
Like,
I've heard, yeah, your body doesn't fight it off as well, I believe.
dude, they were like super chicken pox. So like all over my
Super
body, I
pox.
just had like 20 nipples. Actually, more than 20 nipples, just all over the place. And I was
Ooh.
just like, oh god.
that. Fuck
So
that.
like every time I would roll against something or like thing, my body would just like and I just would explode then and there. I think that was the only really illness that like really took me out of my my
Out of
comfort
your
zone
zone.
of like a technical illness, you know, like
Yeah.
something that goes away.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've got a story about one actually.
Oh.
Yeah, whoa. Well, basically, I get migraines every now and then. They're very
Ah.
rare now. I used to get them a lot more when I was younger, but they're very rare now. I'll have like one every like 4 months or something like that. It's not as bad as it used to be. I used to get a good few, but I remember the first time I ever got one, and it was triggered by something. So
Oh no.
it was, at the end of high school when there's that like last week or so where every lesson you do fuck all.
Oh,
You just
yeah,
watch
yeah.
a film, or in PE everyone plays some sport like football or something.
Mm.
So I had PE and we were playing football and everyone was just booting it.
Oh no.
And I was in like midfield or something, I can't remember. But I just remember running up to someone and their reaction was to just boot it as hard as they can. And that ball went directly into my man bits.
Oh, and that's how you got a
Oh.
migraine.
Well, first of all, like it hit me. I hit the floor. I was out for a few seconds, just like and then it passed. And I was like, "Alright, okay, I can keep playing." Finished the match off, feeling all right, and then went to the next lesson, which was meant to be like a Spanish lesson, I think it was. But obviously, end of the year, we just watched Monsters Inc. So I just remember sitting there watching Monsters Inc. And then all of a sudden, there is just like an unbelievable amount of tears going through my eyes.
Oh
And-
no!
And then I was just like, what the fuck? And then something clicked, and it just felt like someone had took my head and crushed it full force.
Oh.
And I just broke down in the middle of class, well, in the middle of a lesson, and I was just like crying, like full scream crying, not even just like oh, my head. I was like, ah!
Dude, that sounds horrifying. That's
the
like
teacher was just like, what do we do?
he's Mike Wazowski, help!
I was just so upset about Mike Wazowski getting his fingers stuck in the door. I was so upset.
Dude,
But-
you're an empath, you know? Like you just felt what he felt at that point in time.
I felt Mike Wazowski's pain in my head. But I remember just getting taken out of the class, and they were like, what's wrong? And I was like, my head feels like it's being crushed. And they were like, okay, we need to call your mum. So my mum...
Can they call your mum? And what do we do?
Well, my mum came, picked me up, but obviously I went home. And I just remember being in bed, and my head was being crushed. I was throwing up every, 2 minutes. Just constant. And I was awake for about 4 days straight because of it.
Mm.
And then I remember, the 5th day, it just went. It was just gone.
Oh.
It didn't even ease out of
Oh.
existence. It wasn't like, oh, I've still got a little. It was just gone. And then I was just asleep for days on end. Then I'd sleep, wake up, inhale 2 liters of water, eat some food, and then be straight back out.
Fuck, dude,
Just to recover.
That's really dangerous. I don't even know. Like the best illnesses are the ones that you just you force yourself to sleep and then you wake up and then you're just a new man. But at the
Well-
same time, when you have those illnesses that just take you out of commission, you're so afraid to get up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I couldn't move. I had this headache, and every time, anything I did, I couldn't look at a TV because it'd just make the headache 10 times worse and I'd throw up.
Oh,
Any
fuck.
light, I had to just be in a dark room. I'd have the TV on, but I wouldn't face it. I'd just listen to everything, and oh my god, it was awful. And but yeah, I just remember the headache went, and then I was fine, but I just was 4 nights out of sleep, so I just ended up sleeping it all off, and then just
Dude,
felt amazing once I was fine. It was weird.
Dude, that shit, that's when you get when you haven't slept in a while and you get that long rest, it just feels so good.
You become
Yeah.
you come out of that a better
Oh.
man.
You
feel
wake
like a
up and
completely new
everybody's just
person.
are you okay? And you're just I'm the best I've ever been in my entire
I'm
life.
better than okay.
I'm free. I have to save my people.
Something activates, you become a superhuman.
You get Daredevil-esque powers, you know what I mean?
I am rested, man.
I've closed my eyes for about 10 days. I can now see in the dark.
Here to fight the demon of insomnia.
You run around everybody and you just pass them cups of coffee.
Awake, my child. Spraying Monster out of a hose. Caffeine for all.
Wake up! You've got work to do! Gamers! Rise up!
Everyone who's almost about to oversleep and miss the bus to work or something.
You
if
fucking
appear
break
in their
down
room
their door,
and just
dude.
flip them off the mattress. Ha
Welcome back! I'm here
Bus-
to help. What
business to
seems to be
attend
the
to.
problem? It is I, Caffeine Man.
It's me, Captain Woke.
Hello, fellow kids.
Oh, Captain Woke. I
Oh,
love him. I
God.
want him to be a real... We need to make this.
Dude, it's a real life skit for when we all move in together.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
Oh god.
Captain Woke. His superpower is to open the curtains at max speeds.
No! Captain Woke!
Captain Woke,
Don't
no.
do it!
It's my day off. You've still got the house to clean.
Don't worry, child. You can be productive on your day off too. Oh god.
Captain Woke, what a legend.
Captain Woke, if you'd like to defend yourself, you can come on the podcast.
Come on the podcast. We've got a slot for you. Definitely.
We'll fight you.
We stand behind what you do. If I had someone like that, I'd hate his guts, but I'd appreciate the fuck out of him.
To be honest, somebody has to get up earlier than you to wake you up, you know? Like,
Yeah.
that's a
Captain
real...
Woke.
That's Captain Woke, dude. That's a real chill thing to do. But at the same time, he's a cunt.
Captain, like, I get it. You want me to do work. You want me to do well, but let me sleep, you prick.
You gotta just 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes waits for no man.
You
Why
needed
5
Captain
more
Woke.
minutes in bed when you could have 5 more minutes cleaning?
You needed Captain Woke today, didn't you?
Did I? I
Mr.
did. Oh, I
waking
did
up
need
late.
Captain Woke. Yeah, I kind of just... Well, you see, the thing is that last night I was just like, I'll set my alarm for about like 8, 9. Because I thought we were going to do the podcast around 8 or 9, right?
Mhm.
And then I woke up and like it was not 8 or 9. It was 6 p.m. And usually I don't allow myself to sleep in that much. But
You obviously needed it, though.
I definitely needed it. But Captain Woke, where the fuck were you?
Captain Woke? I tried to Captain Woke you, but
You did actually
wasn't-
try
it
it,
wasn't
Captain Woke. It wasn't going to
my
happen.
powers aren't strong
Right.
enough yet. I haven't slept for 4 consecutive days to unlock my Captain Woke powers.
But that's okay. That's
I mean, when you're
understandable.
ill, sleeping that much is the best you can do. So it's like, I don't blame you for sleeping a bunch.
True.
You need
well,
it.
Yeah, you do. You do need it every now and then. And sometimes, like when you're just working, you just need a day to be just like, don't do anything today.
You need the reset.
Just yeah, like, and I don't know. I'm one of those people who can't fucking deal with those days. I'd just rather be working, but I know I can't.
What
so
you
I
don't
sit
like
there.
relaxed days?
I don't know.
No,
I
I know a
don't.
lot. I love them.
But you see-
I appreciate them quite a bit. Like I'm not the type of person who is 100% like I need to get this done. I need to do this. I need to do that. I do what I need to do, and then will take the time to rest. Like I'm not obsessive, and I don't mean this in like a bad obsessive way, because being obsessive about your work is incredible.
I'm offended.
No, I'm not meaning it in a bad way, because it's incredible what you are, because you get a fuck ton done. Whereas
It's
I'm
just-
like, oh, I'll get this done, and then I'll forget about it and sleep. Like, my attitude toward it isn't the best, but I'm not the type to like stress about things that
I
often.
do. I would like to steal that mentality.
We
though.
should go half and half, man.
Yeah,
We could just share
let's
it.
do
Like,
it.
you can have a few rest days. I'll have a few days where I'm actually dedicated to getting shit done.
Yeah, no, you know, that's okay, dude. I will be Captain Woke for the days that you need to be like rested, right? And then
And I'll be
you
Captain Rest
Woke.
whenever you need to chill. No,
Captain
corporal,
Rest!
corporal rest.
Corporal
Captain
rest.
Woke and Corporal Rest. Well, that's
Corporal
hard
rest.
to say.
Oh yeah,
Corporal
We
West.
got corporal.
I keep
Corporal
saying
West,
West.
like Corporal West. Corporal West. We gotta get the
Lieutenant
different
Sleep.
name. Lieutenant Sleep. Captain Woke and Lieutenant Sleep. Oh,
like it.
dude, there we
like it.
go. They
They're
just
the boys.
dude. I like
Anybody,
to imagine that.
anybody
like,
listening who can draw, please. We don't have a mental image of it yet. If you can draw what you think it is, because that would be incredible.
You have full permission. Full
And tweet
permission
it
to
at,
draw
tweet
these.
it at one of us or something, yeah.
To draw
If-
these monstrosities that we have made.
If you draw
Captain
it will
Woke.
be canon.
It will be canon.
The
There'll
first
be
person.
guests on the podcast.
The
we'll
first
invite
person to
them
draw
on.
Captain Woke. Oh, it'll be amazing.
Oh god, you'd be you'd be surprised at just. I don't know why, but there's so many characters in my head that I've wanted to make. Like I won't say too much about this new story that I'm writing, but I'm
Right.
writing this new story, right? And I don't know about you, but did you know my favorite animal is a penguin?
Really?
Yeah, dude. Right.
Blairlex, favourite animal's a penguin?
So
I wouldn't have saw that coming.
So I've come up with an idea, right? I had this like really, really weird fever dream.
Mm.
And I just woke up one day in a cold sweat and I was just like, that's a really bad idea. And then I wrote up some lines. So right, so the main gist of this story it's gonna be, right? It's gonna be a horror story, right? About a rabbit joining a circus, right? And the circus is owned by a penguin.
Okay,
and
I'm digging it.
right? And this penguin is a psychopath. Okay?
Right.
But he just talks in a stamper voice, you know what I mean? So
Mm.
everything seems like Everything seems like it's all fine and dandy, but then he feeds people to lions and shit.
Right. Okay.
Right? Dude, I'm actually like super far into it right now.
Can we make an audiobook of it?
That's the plan. I'm gonna
Can
get
I
like an
voice someone?
artist. You, of course.
Oh yes.
Of course, dude. I have so many characters. It's ridiculous.
Oh, have you got a turtle?
I actually do have a turtle.
Can I be the turtle?
You can totally be the turtle.
Yes.
Oh my god. If anybody would like to voice in this story that will go up on my YouTube channel, give us a call. I will
send us
open
a
up
voice
the casting
clip.
call. Oh, the
Send
voice
us
clip.
a voice clip of
you doing Captain
describing. Yeah. I was gonna say, no, send us a voice clip of you making up your own Captain Woke story of when you could have needed him most. But we don't know what he looks like, so we don't have Captain Woke yet. We need to know what he looks like, and that's up to you as well. We're leaving a lot up to the viewer this episode.
But we should actually try and help them a little bit. We should probably pay an artist or two.
I want to see if anybody's dedicated enough to draw Captain Woke. I want to see, because it'd be so funny.
I like to imagine, right, that he's got like you know the Fairly Odd Parents like chin.
Crimson. That's what. Why were we both thinking Crimson Chin?
It's totally fucking Crimson Chin, right?
And Crimson Chin,
dude. And Captain Sleep is just the teacher.
Sleep.
Lieutenant Sleep.
No, I'm seeing Lieutenant Sleep, kind of like Lieutenant Surge from a Pokemon.
Okay.
But he's got like the face of Eraserhead from My Hero. He's just always like, "Hey, what's going on? I'm Lieutenant Sleep."
Let us go, Lieutenant Sleep. We are going to save the world from oversleeping.
5 more minutes, Captain Woke. Shut up. We should voice. I'll be Lieutenant Sleep. You can be Captain Woke. We've invented a series here.
We've done it. Yeah, we've done it. Dude, it's gonna happen.
Copyright it right now. It's ours.
It's ours. Okay,
Rights
let's
reserved.
do it. Let's do it. We're
patent pending. We're gonna have Captain Woke action figures, Lieutenant Sleep bed sheets. You name it.
We need an artist, dude. We need an artist to just. This is a comic now. We're making this now, dude. It should be a 4-panel comic of just them doing stupid shit.
Like Captain Woke just waking someone up by opening the blinds, and then it turns around like outside of the window. There's like a nuke going on. And it's like, oh, go back to sleep.
Hold on a second. Is that Fallout 76? Close your eyes, child.
Jeff Kaplan.
Jeff Kaplan, what are you doing here?
Team. Shit.
Bye bye game.
I got it wrong.
Bye bye game, please. Bye bye game.
I got it wrong. It's fucking.
Oh, it's not Jeff Kaplan. It's Chad Daplin.
Chad Daplin.
Oh no, it's what is his name?
Who's the boy behind Bethesda doing?
Oh,
that's going to annoy. I'm
looking it up. Bethesda.
Before we have dead air, who made Skyrim?
I just put in Skyrim guy and I didn't get what I wanted. Oh my god, that's porn.
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard, yeah. Todd Howard.
Todd Howard. I'm used to the Jeff Kaplan memes from the Overwatch team. Oh.
Jeff Kaplan is my favorite Skyrim developer. I love it when he put Orisa into the game.
Oh, I love running around as Tracer listening to Country
How?
Road.
I could take me home to the place. To the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, Country Road.
That was beautiful.
Dude, that was in sync. I like that, dude. We're starting this band. We're doing it. Right after we start our comic, our YouTube channel, our Twitch.tv channel.
We're gonna write all the music for Captain Woke.
Dude, I like to imagine that like Captain Woke has like, you know, kind of those like, you know, Batman like powers and things like that, those comic things.
Oh,
you know, it's like but like every time he opens the curtain, it's just like wham.
He pulls off the duvet of someone sleeping. It's like whoosh.
I like to to imagine the first comic is literally just like Captain Woke breaks into somebody's house, and the child is just like, "Well, who are you?" And he's just like, "I'm Captain Woke."
No
And
need to worry, child.
he like pulls off the cover, and the child is just like, "Oh my god!" But like inside the cover with the child is just fucking Lieutenant Sleep, like
Just wrapped up.
Yeah, wrapped up. The child's just like,
Burritoed.
"Ah!" How did you guys get it to my house? Don't worry, child. You've got work to do.
And Lieutenant Sleep's just like, oh, shut up. I'm trying to fucking sleep.
Come on, man.
Stop.
Stop.
Come on, dude.
Dude,
Go back to sleep. Captain Woke, no time for sleep. Time for productivity.
I like to imagine like it's like this child becomes a main character, and they just start bringing it around, start waking people up.
We wrote a story here, and I really like it.
Yes,
Like,
dude.
it's about like this guy. It's like Fairly Odd Parents. Like no one can see Captain Woke or like Lieutenant Sleep, but they're like the devils on your shoulder. One saying, "Oh, go to bed, you can beat it tomorrow," and the other one saying, "No, stay awake and get it done." No one else can see it, but they're causing him havoc throughout the entire of his life. Like that'd be so good.
Oh god, the fucking end of the comic is literally just like the child being just in a psychologist, and he's just like, "Yeah, so these two people won't leave me alone," and the psychologist looks at the child, and he's just like, "What two people?"
Captain Woke and Lieutenant Sleep. What? They're
excuse
right
me?
there. And, like, it's just Captain Woke with a thumbs up, like, yes.
Oh, then the camera pans back to the doctor's like point of view, and there's just nobody fucking
Nothing
there.
there. I was also thinking,
How
like,
did we make that funny comic so morbid?
I was just thinking, like,
It didn't take us any long.
I was thinking as well, every comic is a different generation. So it's like the first one is him as a little kid. And then the middle one's like him as a teenager. And like he whips the like duvet off just to see morning one. And he's like, oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, time did not treat you well, my child.
And then like, and then the next one's obviously him as an adult, and it's him trying to get to work in time, but Lieutenant Sleep keeps dragging him back to bed and stuff. I think it works. That'd be so good.
Oh god. Well, all right, we're hiring artists anyway, so if anybody wants to help us draw this comic, like, you're more than welcome.
Oh my god, if we go through with this,
Dude.
I'm so excited.
Dude, I'm already making another comic. I'm already making too many stories. This is a problem.
We need someone to voice the kid, though.
Oh, dude, don't worry. Dude, castingcallclub.com. We'll find someone.
Oh, yes.
You remember, dude, we're just gonna get...
I was thinking, we gotta make it in studio. We gotta find someone. I reckon Joe would be a really good Lieutenant Sleep.
Joe would be the best Lieutenant Sleep.
Joe would nail it.
Yeah, we're gonna get Joe. Like, the podcast...
I think you could be the kid. I reckon you could pull off a good voice for a kid.
What do you mean? I'm not a child! What are you doing in my house?
And I will be Captain Woke.
The child can have the Stamper voice, just like, what are you doing? Get out of my house!
I'd work so well.
Fucking
oh
hell.
My God.
I just want to go back to bed.
Because I'm just sort of seeing in my head like a combination of like All Might as Captain Woke, but like with a big W on his chest and like...
Oh yeah, dude. The W
big
needs to be on the
hair.
show. The W's too important. Dude, you know what?
I'm taking too much inspiration from My Hero for these characters.
Well, that's why we got to tone it down a little bit and go even more anime, dude. He's got like Captain Woke just randomly has like a claw, just out of nowhere.
A claw,
just a random claw. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
a dangerous looking claw, but he never uses it.
How does he open the curtains without ripping them open though? He'd rip the curtain with his claw hand.
He's really good with his claw hand.
What about Lieutenant Sleep is like Umaru-chan and he's dead small and always wrapped up in like a blanket, but he's got like an army hat on.
I love that idea.
And he's got a beard and everything.
I actually love that idea.
Oh, how good is that?
Yeah, no, definitely. Dude, it's just... Oh, God. Wait. Oh my God, yes. Hold on. We gotta give him, like... But, like, every time he, like, gets out of the bed, he, like, grows into a lanky old man.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it has to be.
Exactly.
Dude, but every time he's comfy in bed, he like shrivels
Whenever
up.
he's asleep, he shrinks to his original form and is very happy and just snuggles into bed. And every time he's out, he's just like proper like frail, and he's just like every time he moves, he clicks because he's like, no, back to bed.
I like to imagine that like his costume is just a sleeping bag with leg holes cut in.
Oh my god, yes. That's amazing.
This episode's called Captain Woke.
Captain Woke and Lieutenant Sleep. Because I picture it's like Captain Woke always having a cup of coffee on him.
Oh, dude.
Always.
Constant cup of coffee, like caffeine pills, like just...
His eyes need to be like wide as all hell.
Oh,
like wide
yes.
and wide. And his hair needs to just be up like he's on like drugs. Like he's always dead. He always looks dead energetic. Like he's always fully awake.
Dude, he's got like a skin tight suit, but every time he takes off his suit, all the hair on his body is just standing up.
I love it. Oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever invented. Well, we've ever came up with. This is amazing. I want it so bad.
Dude, we have to get Paradox in on this, dude. He's a great voice actor, dude. He's one of my friends. He would be so down. Dude, I'm so excited.
I want to keep elaborating. I want to think of more stuff. This is great.
There's so much to it. Like, there's so much to this like amazing thing, and we're recording it as well, so we don't need to put it in the. It's all on the cloud.
We should have turned on Google like voice to text, and
we should have turned on Google voice to text. Oh, why do we never do that? Wait, why don't I ever do that?
But we could just listen back.
That's. Oh god, that's
and
true.
Google voice to text wouldn't understand a thing we say because it's all shrouded in laughter.
Oh yeah, just constantly, just like ha ha ha.
It's getting so warm in my room. I'm so like, I'm getting into this.
Dude, are you warm?
I am boiling. Dude, considering it's fucking December.
It is December. Like this is the problem with having like just rooms in general. Like I've
studios.
Yeah, I've soundproofed the shit out of this. Like I've got like my bed, like it's small as fuck.
Bad.
And the heat in here just murders. Have you done the same?
Yeah, because I remember when I haven't got this room noise proofed yet. I need to do that at some point. I keep forgetting, but I'll do it at some point.
That's all right. It doesn't sound too bad. Like I can't hear the echo.
It's not that empty of a room. There's shit everywhere, so it can't echo that bad.
Yeah.
But it could be better. That's the thing. But like I remember when I first noise proofed my room, and my days, it just keeps the heat in.
It does not.
It's so warm. Because I did it in my old flat. In my second year at uni, we had this flat that was freezing cold, and I loved it. I loved having a freezing cold like flat because you can control the cold.
Yeah.
You can put on slippers. You can put on a hoodie. Wrap yourself up in a blanket. When it's hot, you can only get so naked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can only take off so many clothes.
That's a really good point, actually.
And if you're trying to record, like, with face cam and everything, and, like, it was so... And, like, you can't have a fan on because your mic would just die. It was impossible to record while I was, like, in the heat until I moved to this flat I was saying. It was freezing cold, and it was, like, amazing. I was playing games in a hoodie and slippers, all nice and toasty, and it felt amazing. And then I noise-proofed it. And then it got to, like, a warm point where I'd have to wear shorts and, like, a t-shirt. But it was, like, bearably warm, so I didn't have to worry about putting a fan on or anything. But it was still, like, I miss it being cold.
Oh, dude. Like, yeah, I do feel like... I don't know. There's got to be ways, right? Because, like, you have these, like, massive studios that just can keep the heat of their actors... like at a regular temperature. There's got to be a way for us to do that,
they
right?
Have air conditioning and that, don't they?
Oh, fuck, I forgot about air conditioning. Sir,
Yeah,
I live in Ireland. We don't know what that is.
Really directional mics so that the mics don't pick up the air conditioning. Yeah, Ireland and the UK don't have a clue what air conditioning is.
We just don't. We just
don't.
In the summer, we have heaters on.
Yeah,
like that's
basically
how it is. Like it just like this year, like we like well, you see, a lot of the shopping centers around me are like very small because I live in the middle of fucking nowhere, but.
In a field.
I actually, that is unbelievably true, and it upsets me that you like.
See, the stereotypes of Ireland are right.
The stereotypes of Ireland, dude, it's the stereotypes of west of Ireland. So you have all these stereotypes, but the stereotypes of West of Ireland are just all true, and it sucks. Because, like, you sit there and you're just like, hey, you know, I'm just going to hang out in my field. And everyone's just like, haha, I bet you have horses. I was like, yeah, I have 2 of them. It's like, oh, yeah, you would, you farmer. I'm just like, I'm not a farmer. No, I'm not.
Leave me alone.
But they're just like, oh, I bet you live next to a farm. And I'm just like, I live next to 3.
And every day I ride my tractor down. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello,
but
farm.
speaking of, like, my girlfriend, she has a horse, and the more I think about horses, the more I realize I'm terrified of them.
Really? Why?
Because just the idea of a giant, muscular, personality-driven beast with hooves.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Well, you see, the thing is that, like, they are
its full
terrifying.
body is muscle.
They are terrifying until you show them who's boss. You know,
Oh, yeah,
you gotta
the
get
super,
kicked
like-
every now and then to show them who's boss. Like my horse has kicked me so many times, and I'm not gonna lie, it fucking hurts. Like, you don't want to get kicked. Your ideal situation with horses is that you don't get kicked. But
Yeah, obviously.
sometimes you just have a horse that has the personality of a bitch. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like my horse right now, like the small one, I've got a small one and a big one. I've got Bailey and Smudge. And Smudge he's a really good little pony, but he's an asshole.
Like, they're very personality-driven, aren't they, horses?
Like
They've got personality out of their ears. It's insane.
like, I know he loves me, and he wouldn't be able to deal if I, like, went anywhere. Like, he would lose his mind. But he gives me jip every fucking day.
He's like
You
an
know?
angsty teenager.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like 100% angsty teenager, even though he's like 27. Like, he's a fucking old horse now. Like I don't know why, but like every morning, he like yells outside my window because my field is just
really?
right behind it, and all you can hear is. I'm just like when I'm not being Captain Sleep, right? Fucking Lieutenant Sleep.
Lieutenant Sleep.
I hear that and I'm just like, okay, I'll come down and I feed him and stuff. And then I give him a little bit of pets, right? But then once he's got his food, he's just like, get out of my fucking face. I don't want to see you anymore. I'm just like, all right, okay. Then I make my coffee. Then he screams at me for attention. Fucking screams. And then Bailey is like the definition of a lemming.
Right.
She's my big horse. She just, once the little fella is angry, she's angry as well. She doesn't know what's going on, right? But like, she's just like, my boyfriend is screaming. I guess I should also scream. And so you just hear like really loud, just like in the background sometimes as I'm like having my morning tea, trying to relax. Then I'm just like, okay, I go outside and then I give them like 2 pats on the nose, and then they're just like, and like to tell me to fuck off, and then they like won't look at me, and I'm just like.
There's only so much you can do, man.
Like, really, like, I'm just whipped by my horses. That's the issue, even though they should be whipped by me. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, no, but that's just my dilemma. But, like, I do understand. They are scary until you realize their personality. I just know my 2 horses are assholes, so I know how to deal with them.
I just always see, like, this image of being stood on by a horse, and that terrifies me. Because imagine, like, just falling off a horse and then it runs over you. Like, that, being stood on just seems like it's terrifying. Because they're just built of muscle.
I don't particularly like to be stood on myself, I'm not going to lie. Like, just in general, I don't really like to be stood on, so I can see where you're coming with this.
Especially by a fucking horse.
Yeah, especially by a fucking horse, you know?
But it's like, I don't know, I'm not, like, scared. I wouldn't, like, see one and be like, oh, it's a horse. Like, I'm just sort of like, in the back of my head, there's always this idea of, it's either going to kick me or stand on me.
Well, you always have to be so careful, because they're stronger than you. You know, that's
what I mean. I'm very aware that they are very strong creatures.
They're so goddamn strong, and yet they should be the ones being just like, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you, sir. you know what, sir? You pull this trailer. I'm not gonna do that. And it's just and like, but on the other hand, it's just like, I'll do this. I like this. I like being involved. Thank you. Thank you. Can I have like head pats, some hay, maybe? Some hay? Please? Hey. Or like some nuts. I like some nuts. Maybe a sugar cube. My horse
they like apples as well, don't they?
My horse is like, they kind of like apples, but they love the sugar cubes. They love the sugar cubes. They love them. And you gotta do that voice as well when you give them the sugar cubes.
Really?
Well, like,
Do they like it?
I don't know why, but like, they're either happy for the voice of the sugar cubes. I just do them at the same time.
It might be like they what's the word I'm looking for? They associate that voice with sugar cubes.
Sugar cubes.
So it probably is like they probably enjoy both because like it's the voice, sugar cubes.
Just imagine like I come out the front door without sugar cubes and just like, all right, it's time to give you guys some hay. And then I come back out. I just open the door. It's time for some sugar cubes. Does anyone want some sugar cubes? Yeah.
Hell nay.
Hell nay.
I thought I picture a horse saying.
No. I've like, this is the horse episode.
It's Captain Woke and horses.
Dude, Captain Woke and
On a
horses.
horse.
On a horse, dude. I can't even imagine.
That's how he travels. That's how he gets to your house.
Oh, dude, his horse flies.
He rides in over the sunrise on a horse. On his trusty steed called Sunrise.
Called
Sunshine the
Lucasade.
horse. Called Monster Energy. It's got a big monster sticker slapped on it.
he like every now and then he calls his horse. He's just like, Monster, and then like the horse is just like, meh. Oh, but it's not like one of those big horses. It's like a tiny Palomino pony. Like it's like the little like fat stumpy ones.
So it's basically a My Little Pony with a monster symbol on its ass. Monster Splash.
Monster energy. Get your monster energy.
Oh my god.
Why? Oh god, this is just too funny. This is too
That's
funny.
brilliant. Captain Woke on a horse.
Captain.
But he's huge. He is this massive 7-foot man.
Oh yeah.
On this
tiny
little pony.
horse.
Oh, and he just ride over the sunrise at full speed.
Oh, have you ever seen I think it's like Bravest Warriors?
Yeah.
So they have a dead horse and it just flies around the place.
Oh yeah.
I kind of imagine I got Lucasade or Monster Energy to just have, the dead horse face. Just like
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because it's just that hyped up on fucking energy drinks that it hit overload and it's just constantly like.
Oh, let's imagine it just stands up and the horse doesn't move. It's just Mr. Woke jumping with the horse.
The horse doesn't move. It doesn't make a noise. It's just solid face all the time and blinks. But it blinks one eye at a time.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh my god.
You need the one eye blink at a time. That I don't know why, but every now and then I think about that.
What, blinking one eye at a time?
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I just every now and then I'll just be like bup bup, and then I'll continue on with my day. But I do it at least once a day because I'm a bit of a psychopath actually. Because I've
done that a few times, not once a day, but every now and then I'll blink awkwardly because there's something in my eye, and then I'll realize oh, it's so weird that you have control over each eyelid. Because
yeah.
You don't really think about that all the time, do you? It's like when you walk, because I have the same thing when I walk. Say if I'm walking somewhere for a long time and my mind's just wandering, and then I think about oh wow, it's so weird to walk because you don't control your legs, and then all of a sudden you think about it and you're like, oh, I've got to go left foot and then right foot, and you're like, this is weird. I'm manually controlling my legs,
dude.
And
100%.
So weird.
I've never okay. This is I've got a bit of a phobia with eyes, right? Now,
oh, yeah.
I've only recently gotten this phobia because people keep sending me pictures of people licking each other's eyeballs. But I don't know why they keep doing that, but that is the occasion that it happens, right? But how do fucking eyes work, right? I know there's a scientific like explanation, all that type of stuff, and I've got the IQ of like somebody who hasn't watched Rick and Morty, right? So like I think about it and I look left and I look right and I look up and I look down. I'm just like, how does that work?
It is very weird.
It's like, whoa. Like,
it is one of those things that's like, it doesn't make sense. Obviously, there is an explanation behind it, but even if you know the explanation, it's still like, how? How do like how do these balls of flesh help me perceive what's in front of me?
Dude, the main question I want to ask is why? You know, like, why do these work? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why? I just like I don't know why. You need these eyeballs. You know, you need these for seeing and stuff. But like, I have such a phobia of touching them or like moving them every now and then. When I think about moving my eyeballs, I'm just like, you know, right? Like your eyeballs are wet. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm not too bothered about eyes. I can poke my eye. I put eye drops in all the time, and when I was a kid, I used to see how long I could put my finger on my eyeball before it hurt, because I was a weird kid. But other than that, like, I'm not fazed by eyes.
This makes me like, this conversation makes me extremely uncomfortable.
Do you know what would make you even more uncomfortable?
Oh no. What?
Licking someone's eye. Nah, the thing that makes me uncomfortable is other people's. It's really gross.
Mm-hmm.
It's other people's phlegm.
Other people's phlegm.
I can't deal with people's phlegm.
What do you mean? What do you mean by phlegm? Do you just mean the spit in their mouth or the?
Yeah, the proper.
Oh yeah, but that's because that's like rank. That's understandable.
I can't deal with it.
That I can completely understand that. I've like
phlegm and bogies.
Bogies? What you mean? Like,
no, you know, like how you see those videos of kids that people find dead funny when a bogey's dripping out of the nose, and they're like, "Oh, look at that! He's got a bogey." That makes me want to throw up.
I can understand
it makes
that.
Me want to vomit.
That's a bit like unhygienic. I can gist with that.
Phlegm and bogies. It's just disgusting. It's like, like I can deal with my own. I don't give a shit about my own. Anyone else's can stay in the nose or out of my sight.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, it's just kind of a thing that you shouldn't really have to deal with, you know? Unless you've got kids. At that point in time, it's your destiny to wipe their nose or like, you know.
That's one of the fears of having children.
Dude, I can't have children, dude. I can hardly look after my fucking self, dude. Like, I refuse to have kiddos until I get to the point where I've like grown up, which that will be at the age of 69.
Just gotta find yourself a woman who can do it for you.
Oh no!
No, you be the bread maker.
No!
You go out, make the money, do the work, fund your family. There you go.
But I don't want to leave the house.
You make a valid point. Neither do I.
Nah, dude. I'm actually like, I don't know. Like, let's go. But I don't mind kids as much. When I was younger, when I was about like 16, 17. Kids used to just get on my nerves and
kids
shit like
still
that.
do for me, but it really depends whose kids they are.
I don't know. Like nowadays, I'm just like, kids are kids, you know. Like I look back and, you know, when you see like kids in video games and stuff like that, and then I see like people like hounding on them, just be like, your voice hasn't broken, haha. I'm just like, that's like holy shit. I was in that situation at one point in time, and that felt really shitty. Yeah, that felt like really shitty, and I can't stand it anymore.
I understand people ripping into kids who are like swearing and trying to talk all big and that.
Oh yeah,
because it's like, you're a kid, you shouldn't be talking like that. So it's fair enough they're getting ripped into. But if it's just a kid playing online and they're getting ripped into for having a child's voice, that's kind of stupid.
Well, dude, like I believe in the whole talk shit, get hit mentality of life, you know, like, of somebody's being an asshole, it's okay to call them an asshole.
Yeah.
And also, if you're calling somebody an asshole, it's okay for them to call you an asshole. But if they don't call you an asshole back and they're doing nothing wrong, you're a dick.
Yeah.
That's just it. Like I don't know. I'd use that mentality for like for like just not even just for
Majority of things.
just like for everything really.
Yeah, same.
Just enjoy life, folks. Just enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, I'll like Mr. Woke will come over there and wake you up in the morning.
Come over, wake you up, make sure you enjoy life.
Dude,
He'll take you out. You'll go to a carnival. You'll ride a Ferris wheel. You'll eat some candy floss.
All at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. And then you're going to go home and do your homework.
You're going to love your homework, dude. And then Captain Positivity is going to wake up and he's going to be just like, whoa, you did my job for me.
And then you're going to get to the end of the day, feel all achieved. And then Lieutenant Sleep's going to curl up, keep you warm in bed, and you're going to have a good night rest. See, there's an adventure right there waiting for you. If you do your jobs.
If you do your jobs. Ah, dude, that's the thing. Like, it's just great, dude. And I can't.
Fucking Captain Woke. I love how we keep coming back to it, and it's the best thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's the best idea we've ever had since making this podcast.
Oh yeah, fuck the podcast. That's it.
Yeah, this is the last episode of the podcast, everybody.
Yep, episode 2. That's it. We're done.
We're done. Oh wait, shit! You named the episode. Whoops.
Yeah, because we know this is episode 2 because it's going out tonight.
Oh yeah. That's okay.
Damn it, Alex.
We don't have many other episodes.
You
recorded,
made it sound like we're not organized.
Oh yeah, we're not.
I was making it sound organized by saying that.
Yeah, but like we can't lie to the viewers. They can see right through us. They can smell our fear.
It wasn't lying. It was deceiving. But yeah, that's it. We're dropping the podcast and we're gonna go pursue Captain Woke and his adventures. So
bye everybody.
So yeah, the last 15 minutes of this are just gonna be pure silence. Okay, see you next time.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without
you.
I
was wondering how long it'd take till you said something.
Dude, I can't, dude. Like
you can't.
When you're just looking at the sound file and you see it going up and down, and then you just see like it's like I'm killing a man. You know what I mean? It's like a heart rate monitor. You know, it's just like I can't do that. That just hurts my brain. I haven't got the gift of the gab, but it doesn't close. So I have to make it work. Oh. Dude, I don't know. It's kind of great, really. Though I don't know. I'm really enjoying just the banter that we're having. You know, like I'm quite glad we started this.
I'm really enjoying the podcast.
Yeah.
Like speaking of, so like we had people listen to the first episode, but barely anyone left a comment. It was the first episode. People liked it.
How to make no one leave a comment. Please leave comments. Please.
Well, it was just like it was the first episode. I was like waiting to see what people said, and then we got like a comment of Joe, and I was just like, "We've got likes. Why has no one said good job?"
Dude, everyone was so nice to me about the podcast, dude. I feel a bit bad
because I heard like people were complimenting it to you, and I was just sort of sat here like, I've had Joe say he liked it. That's it. But no, I'm only messing. It's like I'm just happy.
He's only messing. He's just really insecure about it, dude. It's the second episode of the podcast, and I don't understand why we're not Jake Paul anymore.
Why are we not famous?
So please help,
please. But no, I'm just glad people are listening.
Yeah, no.
I was scared of uploading the first episode and it gets like 2 views, which is me and you.
Well, like that's the thing. Like when we first started this, like or at least I don't know how you felt about it, but like I'm happy just to be doing it, and I'm very, very excited. So not exactly that I didn't expect much. It's just that whatever was gonna come was gonna be more than what I thought it was, and I had like
I expected like Joe to listen to it because he said he would, and then maybe Alex, or then like maybe a few, like maybe 1 or 2 from your Discord.
Yeah.
And like that'd be it, and that was what I was like sort of hoping for at most. But we ended up getting a lot more than I expected because it's an hour long on a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and also on Spotify and iTunes podcast.
Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. Get it where you want it.
Yeah, dude, get it where you want it. Well,
the main reason I focus so hard on getting it on those platforms is because that's where I want our podcasts. Yeah. Like when I was listening to Super Mega, I had to download it through YouTube. Then listen to the MP3 while I went off, but now they've got it on like Spotify, and I was listening to Ear Biscuits on Spotify, and it's just so goddamn helpful,
Right?
Because I can just listen to it. I don't have to worry about downloading it. I don't have to worry about all this. I can just stick it on Spotify, and because I use Spotify every day anyway.
Yeah, dude, I'm a YouTube
And
music
now-
man myself.
Are you a YouTube music?
Yeah.
Well, you pay for premium, don't you?
I do.
I do
pay
the
for
same
premium.
with Spotify. I
Yeah.
pay for Spotify Premium.
You have to
So-
choose your team, I guess.
You have to choose your platform.
Yeah.
Any you iTunes normies out there? We stuck it on iTunes for you guys.
Nah, dude, of course. Well, that's the thing. We wanted to make it like as accessible as possible. Like, and like everybody's just been super supportive of the podcast. Like the first episode was just unreasonably like I don't know, man. It was just like unreasonably supportive, and I had a little bit of a like an emotional moment of just
Like a
being
little
just
moment.
like, hey, you know, like
Thank you.
this is nice. I'm really happy with this, and I'm glad you guys like it. You know, like, and that's the thing. That's why we have it kind of like everywhere as well. Just because of just for everybody who does watch these things, we want you guys to be able to watch it where you want to watch it.
And it's kind of like casting out a net.
Yeah.
Oh, Alexa, don't say shit. I didn't say... Thank you. Oh, I saw a little ring light up and I'm like, you're going to ruin the podcast. But, like, it's like casting out a net, innit? Like, we've put them on everything so that people might even stumble across it.
Oh, yeah.
And might really enjoy it. Who, like in fucking Spotify.
Oh, yeah. Don't we?
We had some woman over the age of 60 at least listen to 60 seconds of the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, what?
If you're still listening, we want to thank you. Thank you for being our honorary member, and you will always be a part of the Boicast.
You are the hero.
You are the hero that helps us.
We need
keep the lights on at night at the Boicast headquarters.
And you keep our water warm.
Our water is very warm. Have we released that episode yet? I don't even think we have. No, we haven't.
That was the 2 episodes we recorded that haven't got up yet. There's a little what's the word I'm looking for?
Sneak peek.
I guess
so, yeah.
It was meant to be shit.
A spoiler? That's a spoiler for like the next episode?
Not a foreshadow.
Ah, foreshadow.
Foreshadow in future episodes.
Foreshadow.
But no, what's even funnier though?
Mm-hmm.
We've got 2 episodes backlogged for reasons you'll see why.
Yeah, you'll see.
But we introduced the hot water in 1 episode, which is probably getting released after another episode where we mention the hot water. Because next week's episode mentions it, and I don't think we're releasing the one that we bring it up on for like another 2 weeks.
I believe so. I think. Oh God, we're not, are we? We're actually not, are we?
We're doing a good job with this, like, recording, aren't we?
I think so. I think we shouldn't have been just like, let's record this episode and then let's put it on the back burner. We should have just recorded the episodes. But I digress. You know what? That is the behind the scenes of the Boicast. The Boicast, like, situation. We're very organized, but at the same time, we're not.
Very organized. This episode was meant to be up 3.5 hours ago.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You see, the reason for that, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? I've got something.
The reason for that is Captain Woke doesn't exist.
Oh, Captain Woke, yeah, because
if he did, he would have got us both up and prepared to do the podcast. But nope, you slept in because you're ill. I completely forgot about it and started playing Rainbow Six Siege until I realized it was 5:45, and I was like, shit. And then, yeah, well, it happens. Like, it's still early days. We haven't got into a routine yet where we've properly sussed it all out. Like, we're going to get to a point where it's just like, boom, episodes. Boom,
episodes.
We know what we're doing.
We're just going to have too many episodes at one point in time to load up, and then we're going to be just like, oh, shit, we got that backlog going. But we don't want to keep too much of a backlog. We want to keep it to say so that
relevant.
Yeah.
We want to keep episodes relevant to what's going on.
Yeah, we want to make sure that you guys can also be interactive with the podcast as well. Because we want to take questions and things like that for the next couple of podcasts when the situation comes in.
Podcast, a Q&A section on one of the future podcasts could be really fun.
Right.
Like, we were meant to have a Smash Bros episode ready for this week, But my God, was it so hard to try and get it out.
Oh wait,
Trying to organise
are we recording
people.
the Smash episode later tonight?
We could if you want.
Yeah, we could do that. Like,
Be ready for that.
Yeah, we did it. Whoa!
Oh, are we gonna upload it this week? Are we gonna drop a little a little extra, a little something,
a little something,
a little
something.
present?
Oh,
Early Christmas present.
An
You know what I
early
mean?
Christmas present.
You know, how many days before Christmas would it be? Like 3 days before Christmas? Ooh,
Oh,
a little
a
present.
little pressy.
A little something.
Little something.
Oh,
We're the best podcasters on the
Oh.
internet.
we try.
We try.
I've got stats up here, and apparently, on the podcast on Spotify, 40% of people finished it.
Hey, that's good. That's
60
really good,
we got-
actually. Holy shit.
It's like 60% got through the first quartile,
Mhm.
as it's called.
Oh yeah.
And the second, actually. We've had 40, we had quite a lot of, like, how many views did we get? 25, 18 Finnish views,
That's great.
like, that listened to it all the way through, and 9 listeners.
That's
killing
great.
it.
We're doing it.
For the first podcast, that's
That's
actually quite
it's
insane,
actually great, right?
considering it's available on so many platforms.
Like our audiences,
actually-
like
I'm
originally,
proud.
are just kind of like before we started the podcast, our audiences are mainly my audience is mainly on Twitch, and Scottscy's audience is mainly on YouTube. But we've never really done stuff like this before. This is like a completely new thing that we said 6 months ago, let's do it.
we just wanted to do it for fun, didn't we? And
Yeah. So
finally got around to it.
the success from these first couple of episodes is unreasonable.
I'm really impressed by it.
Mhm.
It's just weird because it's like that's an episode we could dedicate to how me and you met
Oh yeah,
and what we were doing beforehand.
That's a
'Cause
really good episode.
Some people might
actually.
not even know what happened. I kind of just appeared in your Discord after that, didn't I? And then everyone was like, "Where did you come from?" You're like, "Oh, I met him on blah blah blah." I'm not gonna spoil it
Don't worry.
for anybody who doesn't know.
That could literally be a full episode. That's like literally a full episode of the podcast. We could
Oh yeah,
after the Smash podcast, we should do that one.
tonight.
Well, not tonight.
I was gonna say
like, we'll be
Well,
dead
'cause-
inside after we've
No,
talked for
'cause
the next 2
after
hours.
After the Smash episode, what day is it? What day does it fall on?
yeah, no.
Tuesday the 25th.
Oh,
And then what's exactly a week after that? New Year's Day.
Oh yeah.
And then what's coming out the week after that? The one where we first referenced Hot Water. So it won't be for like another 4 weeks until that podcast comes out, unless we do another little something in between Christmas and New Year's.
We
But
could probably do
we
that.
can't throw that many episodes out.
Oh no.
We need to actually have stuff each week.
Mhm.
If we keep throwing mini episodes out in between each time, we're gonna run out of fucking stuff to talk about by February.
But I have stuff to talk about, dude. We literally have no script, and we like literally talked about Captain Woke for 40 minutes of the podcast. I don't think
I'm
we'll
not
have a
gonna lie
problem.
though. This has been one of my favourite recordings we've done. So we said this last recording.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really follow a script for that, and it's just so much better to just have a conversation instead of being like, okay, what's on the agenda?
Yeah.
We're talking about fries today.
Yeah,
Fries.
Ooh,
from
I love a little bit
McDonald's.
of McDonald's chippy chips.
What about that strawberry milkshake?
Mm.
It says here on Article 5. Like
Strawberry milkshake. Hey.
like it'd just be better to just vibe it out. I prefer it. I like
Yeah,
it.
I think
like
that'd
it
be
a lot.
better. Like, especially since we're gonna have guests on very soon. I think the guests are the only times so we should have like a bit of a doc, just to ask them
Well,
a couple
it's like-
questions.
Yeah, I like that.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Mhm. But like every other podcast, I'm just gonna rail into you, dude.
Mate, I'm gonna hit you with that Captain
Wait,
Woke.
I'm calling the police. I refuse.
don't.
Please stop.
Please.
You're
I have the sirens.
you're getting sent to fucking woke jail. Dude, wait, isn't woke
What, where
like
they're all just awake?
isn't woke something that the kids say?
It is.
It is. Oh. Dude,
Something that the cool hip kids say, like, oh, that's woke. It's like, I think it's like another version of cool.
is it?
I think so.
Have we like
Like, I feel so.
I
think it means, like-
fucked up. Like it's like our
No, 'cause
character now.
I think it
like,
means like, does it mean? I'm gonna Google
Yeah,
it. 'cause
Google
I
it. We
feel
need
like
help.
I'm losing my street credit.
Yeah, dude. Like I didn't even know. I'm fucking 21 and I'm dying of not knowing what this is.
What the?
You okay?
I don't. It's apparently some political state.
Oh no!
Woke is
no!
woke is a political term of African American origin that refers to a perceived awareness of issues concerning social justice and racial justice.
No, no, that's not what we wanted at all.
No, I think this is like the original woke.
Ah, I see.
Whereas it's become.
Dude, when did the kids take it?
Hang on. I'm very confused.
Yeah, you
Being woke is what happens when instead of taking one blue pill, you down the entire bottle.
What?
Okay.
Dude, I think you need to stay
I'm
away
sure
from
glad
that. Like,
I-
I feel
I'm
like
sure-
our comics becoming less and less like right as time goes on, dude.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Like the modern version of woke is just feeling good about something. I believe,
Dude, because he's like he's woke up and he's feeling good about being woke up. There we go. We saved
Yeah,
it.
woke means to become aware. I believe, like you're sort of. Because I'm sure glad I attended that college seminar on crypto genderism. Now I'm really woke.
What?
I don't know. Have we?
Dude, I think we've stumbled too far into the deep hole.
Are we in the rabbit hole?
We're in the rabbit hole right now.
How woke are you? Take your
our podcast
quiz
is usually
to
about
find
jumping
out.
into the rabbit hole, but we've gone too far, dude. Where's the rope?
Wait, here we go. The use of the word woke and objective meaning alert to racial. Oh, it's something to do with the Black Lives Matter movement.
Is
I've
it?
never heard it in this
No.
sense. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah?
Woke is like a sort of supporter of Black Lives Matter,
Hey,
so it's still a good thing.
dude, we support that.
Stay woke.
Stay woke. Dude, that's great. That's great. I'm glad that we like. Well, you see, we've got like 10 different meanings for it now. So
It's apparently in the dictionary. Hang on.
is it? No, we
Define
got
woke. Show me more. No.
define woke. Okay.
Really?
Oh, woke.
Woke is
Wake.
political to-
Past tense of wake, dude. We did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
yeah.
but I mean it in the sense of like how the kids say it.
Oh well, you'd have to go to Urban Dictionary for that.
Well, because he is still Captain Woke, because he woke up at some point and he's still awake, so he's always woke, because he's always awake. I don't
Dude,
know.
is Captain Woke just a fucking insomniac? Is that what's going on? He just
Yeah,
doesn't
but
go to sleep.
He's never tired.
Oh,
He's just always awake, but he's never tired.
dude, that's even oh no, that's even worse, dude. I don't know if I like that.
Unlike me, who's always tired. So I'm gonna go to bed and end this podcast.
Oh wow, dude. And that's how it's done. That's how you segue out of the podcast.
That's how you segue to the outro, boy.
All right. So yeah, since you're pretty woke yourself, dude, can you tell me about your socials?
My socials.
Mhm.
Well, I'm on YouTube as Scottscy. I'm on Twitter as ScottscyYT. I'm on Instagram as Scottscy. And I'm on Twitch as Scottscy. That's SCOTTSCY. Where are you from?
Where am I from? Well, let me tell you where I'm from, my friend. My name is Blairlex, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Blairlex. You can find me on Twitter at BlairlexMyDude. You can also find me on Instagram as BlairlexMyDude, and you can also find me on YouTube at youtube.com/Blairlex. So, yeah. And you can also join both of our Discords as well. There's in the description.
Hey, you did it for me. Both Discords in the description now. We fixed it.
We finally got an episode where we talk about our Discords, eh?
Hell yeah.
But with that,
It's fine. We totally don't mention it in future episodes. Ignore that. Anyway.
we certainly don't panic about it in future episodes. But anyway,
always remember what Captain Woke would do.
yeah, always stay awake, my friends. Have a good night, everybody.
minds.
Good night.
Ta-ra.
Mwah.
Always ending it with a kiss. Oh wait, this is only the second episode.